everybody, and welcome back to Mary's Vegan Table. Today we're going to be using the Kale Pasta sauce that we made the other day, and to that we're going to add some seared Brussels sprouts and seared eggplant. So I started off with a hot skillet and about 2 tablespoons full of olive oil, and here I'm searing the Brussels sprouts. All I did was cut them in half and lay them down flat side so they got nice and blackened, and then flipping them over. So I lowered the high heat to medium low, and now I'm adding 2 tablespoons of water just to steam them so they could soften up some, and just gonna let them cook a little more for about maybe 3 to 4 more minutes, just till they're tender. Once they're done, I'm going to remove them and then add the eggplant. So here you can see I added the eggplant, and it's just a matter here of just searing until it's nice and golden brown on both sides. I didn't add any extra oil. If you feel you need to add a little extra oil, you can do so. While this is searing, I have the water boiling for our pasta. I'm going to be using linguine today. In this case, I did salt the water. Now that the eggplant is nice and brown, I'm adding back the Brussels sprouts. I'm just going to mix that together. You guys can add any kind of vegetable that you want. You don't even have to add vegetables if you don't want to. It's all up to you. Whatever veggies you like, add them. If you don't, then don't add them. Such a pretty golden seared color. It smells so good too. Okay, so they're done. They're ready. Everything is nice and tender. I had to strain my pasta and put it on the side for a second because I was distracted by something. However, do not throw away that pasta water because you're going to need it to loosen up the pasta, as well as the pesto itself. So just hold on to that pasta water. Don't throw it away. Here I'm adding 2 ladles of pasta water just to loosen up the pasta. Because like I said, it was sitting because I got distracted, so it got a little dry. Now where I'm adding the pesto, the Kale Pesto that we made the other day. Here I added a teaspoon of Italian seasoning and a pinch of red pepper flakes. You could add whatever kind of seasonings you like to this. Now I'm adding fresh basil and fresh cherry tomatoes. You could also dice up regular tomatoes and throw them in. Next, I'm going to add the vegan Parmesan. Didn't add any extra salt to this because the Parmesan cheese has plenty of salt in it already. So I would suggest if you think it may need salting, wait until the end. Now I'm just going to mix everything together. And if it's a little too thick and it needs to be loosened more, I'm just going to add a little more of that pasta water. You just keep adding the pasta water till you get it to the consistency that you want it, depending on how thick or how loose you want it. Yes, how you should go according to the water you add. Okay guys, so while I'm doing all this mixing and this tossing here, I have the heat on medium low, and the pasta was cooked to al dente because it was gonna cook completely through once we put it in the skillet with the other ingredients. So we don't want to overcook our pasta when we're boiling it. Okay, so I'm just gonna add a little more Parmesan cheese, vegan Parmesan. Get any vegan Parmesan cheese of your liking. This one I'm using is BioLife. And now we're ready to serve. The pesto is creamy and delicious. The pasta is perfect. This is just a really quick, delicious meal, and it's so healthy. I mean, it's made with kale. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, share with your friends, leave me a comment, leave me any questions you may want me to answer pertaining to this video. As you know, I'm always happy to answer them. And again, you guys, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you all. The weekend's coming up. Have a healthy and safe one. See you soon.